Welcome back, dear viewers, and thank you for joining us once again on our channel, where we explore the intricate and often turbulent world of the British royal family. Today, we turn our attention to a deeply emotional moment within the House of York, centered on Princess Beatrice, whose recent public appearance has stirred both concern and reflection among royal watchers. The weight of royalty, and indeed, the absence of it, often bears heaviest on those caught closest to the heart of the storm, and few families have endured such sustained public scrutiny as the Yorks. Before we begin unfolding this compelling narrative of loyalty, loss, and the relentless pressures of monarchy, please take a moment to show your support. Like this video, subscribe for more exclusive royal insights, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement truly helps us continue bringing you these in-depth reports. Now, to the story, the visitation at Royal Lodge. The focus today rests on Princess Beatrice, the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York. In a period marked by seismic shifts within the royal hierarchy, largely shaped by the reign and resolve of King Charles III, Beatrice made a significant and visibly emotional visit to her parents at Royal Lodge in Windsor. This sprawling, historic residence, long associated with the Duke and Duchess of York, became the stage for what many believe to have been a crucial family summit, occurring shortly after a pivotal public announcement regarding Prince Andrew's remaining royal affiliations. For years, tension has quietly simmered around the York family. Yet recent events, particularly the final removal of Prince Andrew's royal titles and honors, appear to have brought that strain to a visible, emotional peak. The public glimpse of Princess Beatrice arriving at Royal Lodge offered a rare, unfiltered insight into the personal toll these institutional decisions are taking on the non-working members of the royal family. Turning to the visuals, a body language analysis soon followed. Experts quickly examined Beatrice's demeanor, searching for signs that might reveal the inner workings of the Yorks during this turbulent time. One such expert, Judy James, provided a compelling assessment in conversation with the Mirror. According to James, Beatrice displayed several cues that could suggest emotional distress, an observation especially poignant given the Yorks' ongoing battle with negative press, now stretching over many difficult years. Judy James highlighted how Beatrice's appearance marked a clear departure from her usual polished royal image. As she put it, with what looks like a face bare of makeup and her hair loosely tied in a casual top knot, Beatrice appears to be signaling a certain level of strain, perhaps even distress, in her current circumstances. This understated look, less formal and more spontaneous, suggests that Beatrice may have prioritized emotional presence and immediacy over presentation, a visible reflection of the pressures weighing on her and her family. It soon became clear that Princess Beatrice's visit was far from ceremonial. It was deeply personal. What unfolded was not a royal duty, but a daughter's instinctive response, a young woman rushing to the side of her parents in a moment of private and public reckoning. Observers framed this as an act of solidarity, the eldest daughter of the Yorks arriving to offer quiet but unwavering support, during a time when the family's future hung in uncertainty. Behind closed doors, this reunion was not simply emotional, it was consequential. What followed would almost certainly evolve into a candid, perhaps difficult conversation about the family's standing, their reputation, and their very financial survival. And yet, amidst this storm, there was a curious calm, a figure of composure amid chaos. Body language expert Judy James offered an intriguing counterpoint to the idea of distress. She noted that while Beatrice's expression carried traces of strain, her demeanor revealed remarkable restraint, the posture of someone choosing steadiness over panic, rather than the tight, anxious expressions often seen in moments of pressure. Beatrice seemed to have deliberately rejected the performance of worry. Nor did she assume the frozen dignity of royal stoicism. Instead, James suggested, Beatrice's approach reflected a subtle emotional intelligence, an authenticity that transcended the royal script. By allowing herself to appear open, even vulnerable, she projected something rare, genuine support, unguarded and human. In doing so, she came not as a princess maintaining an image, but as a daughter standing by her father, a critical distinction given his isolated status within the monarchy. But to understand the depth of that moment, we must revisit what set it all in motion, the turning point of the 17th of October. On that day, Prince Andrew himself issued a statement that sent ripples through both the institution and the public. He confirmed what many had suspected, but few had dared to predict, that he would no longer use his long-held title. The Duke of York, nor any of the royal honors or military appointments once associated with his name. The title, Duke of York, carries centuries of weight, traditionally bestowed upon the monarch's second son. Its surrender was not an administrative gesture, but a symbolic rupture, a step away from the very heart of royal identity. For Andrew, already stripped in 2022 of his military patronages and the use of the His Royal Highness style following the Epstein scandal, this move marked the near-complete erasure of his public role. In his own words, he revealed that this painful decision was not taken lightly, but followed long and serious discussions within the highest ranks of the royal household, a deliberation that would change the shape of his life and the perception of the monarchy itself. These discussions, ultimately shaped by the strategic direction of the newly crowned King Charles III, brought Prince Andrew to this defining moment. The former duke's reasoning was clear. He stated that his decision was intended to honor his brother, to cast the spotlight squarely on the monarch and the active working royals who carry the institution forward. By stepping entirely out of view, stripping himself of every trace of title or privilege that could serve as a distraction, Andrew sought, perhaps belatedly, to remove the shadow that had long followed him and allow the new reign to advance unencumbered. But this act cannot be understood without the broader context of King Charles's long-anticipated vision for a slimmed-down monarchy. From the moment of his accession, Charles has pursued a focused, modernized royal family, one concentrated on those who serve the crown directly and publicly. For him, the future of the monarchy lies in clarity, efficiency, and accountability. In that framework, Andrew's departure from royal titles was not merely symbolic. It was strategic. His presence had long been a source of discomfort and distraction, an inconvenient reminder of scandal in a reign striving for renewal. Whether voluntary or diplomatically compelled, his decision to relinquish the Duke of York title became a necessary step in solidifying King Charles's institutional reform. It sent a message as unmistakable as it was firm. Under this reign, there would be no ambiguity about who speaks for the crown and who does not. For Princess Beatrice and her sister, Princess Eugenie, the implications are deeply personal. As non-working royals, they remain in the line of succession and retain their titles. Yet their proximity to the heart of monarchy grows ever more tenuous. Their loyalty to their parents is steadfast, but their public personas must carefully tread the fine line between family devotion and allegiance to the institution, now defined by their uncle's reformist agenda. In this light, Beatrice's visit was more than an act of filial love. It was diplomacy of the most delicate kind. She was balancing compassion with caution, standing by her parents, while protecting her own standing within a family divided by scandal and duty. And then there is Royal Lodge, the setting that frames this chapter with almost theatrical symbolism. This stately Grade II listed residence, long home to the Duke and Duchess of York, has become more than an address. It is the embodiment of Andrew's stubborn tether to royal life, a fortress of privacy and defiance amidst mounting scrutiny. Reports have long chronicled the extraordinary cost of maintaining the property, and the quiet but persistent tension surrounding Andrew's continued residence, especially as King Charles is said to favor relocating him to a smaller home. For Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, still living under the same roof despite their divorce, Royal Lodge remains their refuge, a place where they can shield themselves from the glare of the outside world. So when Beatrice arrived at those gates, she was not simply returning home. She was stepping into a crucible. Within those walls, discussions likely spanned both heart and ledger. From the emotional toll of her father's public fall to the very tangible question of the family's financial future, bound inextricably to Andrew's fading royal status. What transpired behind those storied doors of Royal Lodge was, by all accounts, no ordinary family conversation. It was almost certainly a momentous exchange, one that would have spanned strategy, sentiment, and survival. Discussions likely centered on how to navigate the uncertain years ahead, how to manage public perception, and how the Yorks could maintain their unity while honoring the new boundaries set by King Charles. Princess Beatrice, long regarded for her intelligence, empathy, and discretion, likely played a pivotal role, offering a rare bridge between two worlds, the disgraced yet devoted Yorks, and the redefined monarchy under her uncle's reign. Her appearance that day, stripped of the familiar royal veneer, barefaced and simply styled, spoke louder than any formal statement. It was a deliberate act of quiet defiance, a message that in this moment, family came before institution. Beatrice did not arrive as Her Royal Highness the Princess Beatrice of York. She arrived as a daughter, one offering love, reassurance, and solidarity to her parents in their hour of need. The enduring closeness of the York family, Andrew, Sarah, Beatrice, and Eugenie, has long been a defining thread in royal coverage. Through scandal, exile, and endless scrutiny, they have maintained a visible and unbreakable bond. That loyalty has been both admired and criticized, seen by some as noble devotion, by others as a lingering liability to the crown's carefully curated image. Yet this visit reaffirmed one truth beyond dispute. Whatever direction the monarchy takes, Beatrice's loyalty to her family remains unwavering. She continues to stand shoulder to shoulder with her parents, even as the monarchy, under King Charles's determination to modernize and refocus, draws a line that firmly excludes her father. The removal of the Duke of York title marks the culmination of that process. A final, decisive step in defining Prince Andrew's absence from the institution's present and future. For Beatrice, it also deepens the complexity of her own position, forcing her once again to balance public composure with private pain, royal duty with personal loyalty. Her visible distress during this visit serves as a powerful reminder that behind the gilded facades and official decrees, real emotions are at play, and the cost of institutional reform can be deeply human. In many ways, this episode will endure as a defining moment for the post-Elizabethan monarchy, a visual metaphor for the new reign's delicate balance between renewal and loss. The image of Princess Beatrice arriving at Royal Lodge, weary yet resolute, captures a generational truth that even within the world's most scrutinized family, the heart still beats louder than the hierarchy. What do you make of Princess Beatrice's emotional appearance? Was her understated look a deliberate signal of quiet distress, or simply the instinctive reaction of a devoted daughter rushing to her parents' side? We'd love to hear your thoughts and insights in the comments below. If you found this analysis illuminating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for continued, in-depth royal coverage. Thank you for watching, and as always, may your day be filled with grace, reflection, and understanding.